John Harding's supposed to be watching it, but John Thurman.
What?
Nothing. God has to survive the transformation.
Harder to kill a Strong than you people think.
I tell you, shark the fish is hardy now. You will survive, I guarantee you that. You took the little habit after the last meeting though, and you didn't like it. You gave a little rock in there and shit.
You saved my son's life, as well as my own. You have more than earned your reward. This staff belongs to my grandfather. He was a mage as well. Connor no doubt owes his abilities to him. The one good thing that came out of my grandfather's life was this staff. It is said to possess great power, though I never thought I might have a use for it. I don't know if you can use it, but
That's a lot cleaner already.
by far the most valuable thing I own. Please accept it, with my thanks. Now I pray you can choose my husband. If my son is to live, I do not wish him to be without a father.
Already got the servants.
There's so much to be cleaned up. I don't want to even think about what happened.
But you have news. Yes, but they are returning slowly. No doubt the war's progress, as well as the Darkspawns, hinders many of them. Then I must resume my duties. The civil war continues, and Loghain is no doubt angered Redcliffe has not been disabled. Good luck, my friend. I hope this continues to go well for all our sakes.
Unfortunately, they probably would have been able to push this guy away from shooters if they'd been able to focus on that instead of the investigation.
Yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Nora. Only Caelan's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Caelan approached your legions for support, did he not?
Marek and I drove those bastards out! Not roll out the welcome for them now!
We need help, Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own! I will lead it through this. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Caelan?
Caelan's death was his own doing.
Oh, thank you, Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Don't now.
Amazing that he goes on speed. He never gets tired of getting other speed. He said that to me 50 laps. I think every 2 years, he said to me 35
The Grey Warden dies here!
So be it.
Shall we complete one point? No mess. Now we play it. And I'm off. Here I am. Almost now. Saving the day.
You should. Right,
So simple.
I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet. Of that I have no doubt. You are most skilled. You must have kept me alive for some purpose, yes? It is my way, or so I am told. Let's see then. I assume you kept me alive to ask me some questions, yes? If so, let me save you time and get right to the point. My name is Zev. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
I can tell you that. They are an order of assassins out of Antiva. Very powerful and renowned for always getting the job done, so to speak. Someone went to great expense to hire this man.
Quite right. I'm surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous. Oh, fine. Is that what you Fereldans do? Mock your prisoners? Such cruelty. Not precisely. I was in the neighborhood when the offer came. The Crows get around, you see. A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it. I wasn't paid anything. The Crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a gentleman, come to think of it. Being an Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest. I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Logain of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least as far as the Crows are concerned. No need to see Logain then. What can I say? I am an eternal optimist. Although the chances of succeeding at this point seem a bit slim, don't they? No, I don't suppose you'd find that funny. Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for silence. Consider it something I'm throwing in for free. As it is, if you're done with the interrogation, I have a proposal for you, if you're of a mind. Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows win. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause. So, let me see you instead. Why? Because I am skilled at many things, from fighting to stealth and picking locks. I could also warn you should the Antivan Crows attempt something more sophisticated, now that my attempts have failed. I also know a great many jokes. 12 massage techniques, 6 different card games. I do wonderful at parties. To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. If I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you. I happen to be a very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing, in which case I don't come very well recommended, I suppose. Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I'm yours. Is that fair?
Welcome, Zevan. Having an Antivan Crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Yes. All right. Let's wipe them out quickly.
Hey, which one first? Let's wipe them out quickly.
The other one is this potential plan that you would have so that the 9 and the 10 seed would have
Where do I go?
Could someone please stop the bleeding? Be merciful.
If you want to play speed, you're not really
Enemy
I tried to be merciful.
To get chemistry, it takes time to be consistent. I know they get the regular season record. So how many of those wins are against quality West Coast teams, or good teams?
Better than this.
As you say.
Saving the day. All right. Yes.
Right now, the Philippines are the 8th, but having the Utah fans I still believe those signals, even like the local lots a lot of both say is still there. But the other hand, I'm anxious about the fact that if look at us, we'll be the Lakers, we'll be playing wherever, and we'll watch the Warriors on the level. And meanwhile, we'll be up this with Rockets, and it's all us in the degree. So how much of this thing sort of, you know what, the gap is closed versus
All the darkspawn are fleeing the underground, and we are going there.
May the ancestors protect us all.
What business would the mighty Grey Wardens have with a man like me? Oh? What was this about? Oh, I see. Tauren must have sent you. I refuse to answer to a pawn of Tauren. Come, men, to arms!
And I'm off. As you wish. And I'm off. Is it true Grey Wardens killed Ferelden's king?
Step right, make us breath. Oh, beg your pardon, friend, you, startled me a bit. Can you what? I'm sorry, I don't know what that...
Where is my sword?
I don't know what you mean, sir. I don't have it to swear by Drostade's necklace. I sold it on the way here. It's true. Make it, please. You have to believe me. If I had it, I'd give it to you. I sold it to a dwarf in Redcliffe, name of Dwyn. Thank you. Come again. I've told you what I can. I swear to you. Oh, certainly.
Alright, so it's Eric speaking. Seems like back up. Yeah, hi. Yeah, hold on a second.
You need a king to decide who buys clothes?
Sing a great deal.
Yes, I do.
What can I do for you? This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Yeah, you're right. It just says that I have the same information you have.
Me? Truly, it's a courtesy.
It was an added another $1,000, right? As I recall. I think you should be hearing this next
like
week.
my father, I was born on the surface.
I mean, I think they're going to send you a letter initially
Since we turned our
explaining the amount of the refund after the entry of
That's
the
not right.
health insurance.
Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll
So hopefully you'll receive that letter next week, and then it's good. Are you direct deposit? Is that how the refund is? Yeah.
Trade stall
Okay.
comes,
And then
but I see it.
they'll say that. I'm checking too, so if I see something, I'm gonna call you up right away.
I was born topside. I don't
All right?
live in it.
Sure. Bye.
Best of luck to you. Again, I'm flattered by your interest.
You all homeworks were counted yesterday?
Yeah?
You get counted?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're full of shit most of the time.
there's a whole article here, 2 pages of article on homeless.
Yeah.
It's crap.
King Loghain will not suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
Legal effort to give us levels.
This land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow...
Annual survey.
King Loghain
Yeah.
demands the allegiance
Well,
of
you
the
was counted.
or lords or whatever you
Nobody was counted.
I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
You won't get in talking about a king like that.
Wait, look at me. You're the Brand who dishonored the Proving. Trust you to be ignorant of our tragedy. Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And what was that you said? A filthy brand? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. I will at that. I'm a messenger of King Loghain.
Kill each other as you will, but take your sodding fight off my doorstep. Ha! That's why... Quickly!
To be merciful! Your order? Ready. do so.
Here I am.
I try to be merciful.
There, the stars of battle.
All right. You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden, though I don't know what help you will find.
Drost Fowler, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. Your return is not celebrated. I haven't eaten in days.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her.
Don't say that. Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
Show some pity for a poor old man. I haven't eaten in days.
You remind me of Lady Cecilie. She was an Orlesian lady. My mother served her until she died, and Lady Cecilie let me stay instead of turning me out on the street. You are like her in some ways. You have the same poise, the same air of nobility.
Oh, child. I am hardly known.
I learned that nobility isn't just something you are born with. I have met nobles who are very petty and mean, complete degenerates. Then, there are people with a certain dignity and grace. It draws you to them, no matter who you are or who they are. I think the lowest peasant can have the most noble spirit, and it will always shine through. It is this nobility of spirit that you share with Cecilie.
Why, thank you, Leliana. It is very kind of you to say.
All right.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew.
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Especially in front of outsiders. That son of a fool, I'll have him in the Legion.
Rio Jalisco!
Pieta, I have enough crime without some castless carrying weapons in the city. Your actions risk pain of death. Name yourself. The Grey Warden recruit? They said you were a brand, but I thought it a joke. Surfacers and their cloud-addled heads. Fine, oh illustrious Grey Warden. What do you want? surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here. Are you sure you're still a dwarf? Ancestors have patience. If Branka could hear this, well, I wouldn't be standing in dried blood. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter. They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate. Are you sure you're still a dwarf? If you must be our warden, at least know us. Yes, you should.
Did you see that? I cannot believe what the city has come to. This would never have happened when Endrin was alive. I thought you'd know this. What a terrible burden for a father to have only Balin left of 3 fine sons. In the end, Endrin himself recognized that Balin cared for nothing but power. It was Endrin who ordered his son away from his deathbed and embraced Lord Harrowmont as his heir. Everybody knows he killed his brother Trian and let his father's favorite son take the blame. And many question whether Endrin died abed, as we were told, or whether Balin helped him along. Only as a potential match for one of his sons. He was a good king, stern and fair and just. He is a good man and a skilled general. King Endrin trusted him with his life, and I will do no less.
It's your sister. Like you stupid. That's a band I know.
Rav Helmi, 3rd daughter of the 2nd matron of House Helmi. And you, stranger, what brings you to Orzammar at such a time?
Yes, kill this church. You know,
but our warriors are killing each other in the streets. Who will lead the battle? How will we survive?
Oh, it's no big deal. Yeah. That's okay.
Then may the ancestors guide your efforts.
Yeah. That's no problem. No problem at all.
Talk to Dulin
Ferender. I'll see you later.
Find him in Harrowmont's estate. Tell him who you are, and I'm sure he can get you an audience.
Fuck, man. That's probably slow, dude.
The streets become safe again.
The one next door got busted, too.
I heard. I saw that on the news.
I saw the guy in the black car. I mean,
yeah, it's human trafficking. Like, legit human trafficking.
Yes, sir.
Right next door this whole time.
They gotta close that place up, man. I don't like it anyways. But there's another girl there still, I guess. It's not closing.
Yeah.
Human trafficking.
Back in the day, we used to just go out and hang them. Yeah.
What, hookers and stuff?
No, the people that organized it.
Oh. Well,
we called them the unwanted.
Human trafficking is a big crime.
Oh yeah, all over the globe.
Right, but I think they should die. You're right. I think they should.
Yes.
Human trafficking, if you're doing that shit.
Oh yeah, like.
I mean, that's your excuse. Their excuse is, I had to do it, and otherwise they would have killed me or sent me back. So there you go, you know? They can't prosecute her.
Yeah, that's why they gotta rely on people like me to go do the hard work.
Well, I saw the guy over there on Monday night that he was in a big old black cruiser sitting right there.
Made off of the pain and the tears of dead women and children.
Wow. Yeah. A lot of things happening in this world, man. And if you weren't counting, it's way under.
Oh yeah.
The homeless are way under in this city.
Greetings and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury
But
shop.
you might be on the registration list.
Yeah, I'm on the list.
The EBT list.
Yeah.
They don't actually have to count you. But I mean, all you guys are on the EBT list. Like, that's the automatic motherfucker.
Like fucking newspaper guys don't have access to that info. They're just trying to pretend to be big.
Right. That's true.
Like the police don't have access to the FBI log. Like same concept. Like, oh, we're doing big stuff. Oh, look at this stuff over here, though.
Yeah, well. Chinese New Year, dude.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
You're the dog.
You don't anymore. Well, maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little
The
incident.
year of your ancestors.
You
dog.
Yeah.
I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when fortune. Then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work you've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Who's going to close that whole place?
Of course we are.
I would. If I was a fucking mayor and I heard that stuff was going on in my town, I'd be right there hoarding the place up the very next day.
Yeah, I don't know why he's successful, but I guess there's laws, you know?
It's because of money, and everyone's a bitch.
Yeah, and they're getting hand jobs there.
Yeah, it's all bitches, and it's allowed because of it.
Right. Best in the trade, you know. I worked the ore myself.
King is gone.
If King is gone, would cut him a new one. He just ride down on his horse the very next day and just like, you, 40 miles dragged by a horse, go.
Yeah. By your feet.
Yeah.
And you haul you around by a fucking horse, that's right. Up and down the street.
Yeah.
Until you have no skin left.
Yep.
You have to be fucking dead.
You know what happened the very next day? That stopped committing that crime. Everyone would. Like, oh no, I decided to turn over a new leaf.
Chris.
H. Did you know that place that got busted for human trafficking the other day was this place right over here?
What?
Did you know the place that got busted for human trafficking was this place right over here a couple days ago?
The massage place?
Yeah.
Oh my god, really? And it's open still.
Yeah, and it's still open.
As I checked it last night, it was open still. Otherwise,
Yeah, I saw them going through business too. I was thinking it couldn't be that place. I was rubbing my eyes.
I looked.
And Jerry double checked it for us.
It's in there.
Yeah.
Some chick was 57 years old, dude. Oh god. Jesus. Have you ever heard of Excedo Escape Room? Up at the junior college? It sounds cool, huh? It's interactive history puzzles. You like walk around in a maze.
That's what my first ex-wife was trying to get me to do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My first ex-wife.
And she wanted me to go through like this Jewish entertainment camp thing.
Oh, yeah?
So she'd be like, this is what my grandmother had to do.
Well, that sounds fun. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I didn't mind.
Gives you a sense of reality, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I actually was talking to your companions. Or are you from the surface too? I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperium's Verticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating.
Can you believe it?
Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child.
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Pinky boots.
Does that lead out to the deep roads? I hear they're crawling with darkspawn.
Pinky boots.
I can't believe it. I heard a dwarven Grey Warden came to Orzammar and I couldn't help but hope. Look at you. My little brother, the returning hero. And with quite the unusual entourage. Why? What's wrong? All the news from the surface says terrible things are happening. Darkspawn attacks and a civil war among the humans. And I'm sure the Assembly would agree if they weren't busy arguing the secession. I hate this. Until there's a king, the Assembly would let the world collapse rather than bow to anyone's better judgment. But I'm Balin's concubine now. I know his chief lieutenant, Vartag Gavorn. He can help you if anyone can. Can you believe it? He moved Mother and me into the palace and named our son Endrin after his father. But I'm sure he'd want you to meet Vartag, so he can help with whatever you need. I can't believe you. If Balin becomes king, your nephew is in line for the throne. You'd deny him that chance? I can't talk to you when you're like this. Come back when you regain your wits.
From what I've heard of dwarven politics, I'm almost surprised we haven't seen blood running these streets.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
News of the hour. Questions remain as to Lord Balin, Endrin's death, possibility of passage.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Thorender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. In an ordinary time, Lord Harrowmont would be honored to meet you. Unfortunately, we've already caught more than one of Balin's spies approaching Harrowmont under a pretense of friendship. So I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you. If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. But I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harrowmont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Harrowmont could certainly...
Allow me. I could do that for you. You must be under great strain with the blight upon the land. I will pray to the stone for you.
And I'm off.
Alright, man, so we're canceled. This is going to be popular.
This is dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's name.
I lost my girlfriend now, next door. I can't go by there and kick her out.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
News of the hour. 2 more clans endorse Lord Balin as the new king. Change is inevitable, and it must
Can you tell stories? Help the king get items from high shelves?
Maybe I should have hired that chick when he was a 25-year-old Indian girl.
Just get me into trouble.
Smoking hot.
Like, Lily only lets me work here by like a thread.
Oh, fuck her. Her, come in here. Sit her down and talk to her.
I don't know. She's described as being a monster.
Is that the chick who hangs out over here sometimes?
Nah.
No. You know he is a monster?
Yeah.
Don't sorry, Dave. You hooked up with some weird girls.
It happens.
Orden, I'm outraged. A thief and a shaper. What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen home in Dust Town. They couldn't know the truth.
You're gonna come get me at 4?
Yeah.
Don't tell me what time it is.
Yeah, you look slow today, man. Probably knocked off at 5.
What?
How did what corner?
I know. That's just telling me, like, man, I must have been really slow.
Yeah. Sean hasn't been helping at all. I think he's waving one person.
I waved in the girl yesterday.
I'm kidding. It's just slow. It's okay, man. I've been doing good. I've been doing really. Yesterday was really good.
Not that I could really help.
Did a lot of work yesterday.
Very well.
That's good.
I'm just doing some research.
And that chick at the end, that Lopez girl, oh my god. She didn't have a legal license, man. So she did her whole tax return, and then she says, oh, here's my license, it's expired. I can't do her return if her license is expired. I went, oh, dude, $450 right at the end of the day. Have to send her away.
Somewhere in the deep roads.
So that's how it goes. Had I never heard of it, it would have been a really good day. But, oh well.
You're castless. What do you know about
Life's a bitch, man.
There aren't even any expeditions.
When you say everyone, right, Sean?
Life's a bitch, so you make sure that bitch is beautiful.
Yeah.
Great Lord.
At least she's hot. She can be a bitch. She's easier to tolerate.
Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tige, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tige in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble.
Pay attention, but attention paid me.
Now that you're looking, it's almost too much to hope.
When I last walked this hall, and
Hey, Sean Harder.
Orzammar was
Yeah. Who was the young lady you were talking to right out here?
overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand.
The young lady.
I should
Who was right out here?
with such thoughts.
In black, all black.
The shaper of memories.
Was that his sister?
No, that was Greg's ex-wife. My friend Greg that passed away, she was just talking to me about it.
Oh, okay. Recorded in the memories, along with
yeah, his people ain't talking. He feels bad.
I feel bad too.
Yeah.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
I mean, I don't know, maybe she really feels guilty.
All orcs who die return to the stone as ancestors.
Does she feel like
their families forever?
She seems like she feels guilty.
Every few generations.
That's how they always feel though when it's too late.
Yeah, but she's like the main cause of this
so much that the assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors.
That's why I tell you to love your wife, Jerry, because the love are coming.
Yeah, as soon as they have no more remorse for you, then they're coming.
Yeah, they're coming.
You guys have remorse, man.
A woman
No remorse, you're in big trouble.
Smith.
Yeah.
The assembly's
So they feel no pity.
She'd seen 20 years she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without lights and no one would take from it. Her Paragon status. She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned.
According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloodlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Giachet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Shotgyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons. The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young. Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist. Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss? Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
So, did you find that beastly Harrowmont and hear the slanders he speaks of my son's father? Do you do this just to taunt me? What do you think that man would do to us if he took the throne? You'd see Mother and me back in the streets, and your nephew left fatherless? Which he hides behind to spread his lies. What does it matter to you who rules? You found a life on the surface. This is my life. Support Balin for me. I'll do all I can to ensure he helps you in return. You don't understand what nobles are like. They fight for power like rats over bread. His brothers hated him. They and Lord Harrowmont would do anything to bring him down. But he wouldn't stoop to that level. He knows the most important thing to the ancestors is family loyalty. I hope you know that too. Oh, thank you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. I'll take you to Vartag. He's Balin's chief lieutenant. I'm sure he can help you. He may be suspicious at first. Don't take it personally. It's been so hard to tell who's against us.
Rika, I'm at the Assembly. This is no place for a woman. What do you mean by this?
Vartag, this is my brother. He comes on behalf of the Grey Wardens.
Of course. It would be hard not to notice the Grey Warden and his... I hear you seek the aid of Orzamar's finest. Ah, ancient documents indeed. Eithnar Bimo, Paragon and King. That was 16 generations ago. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those women. You must understand. A reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper. That hurts worst of all. Harrowmont would take advantage of the dying king's delirium and plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however close to family that stranger might be. Wait, we must be cautious about whom to trust, but perhaps we could find a way. Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception.
Irrefutable evidence? Which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude. Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different beggars, Lady Dace and Lord Henry. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes. That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your tree. Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. As I'm sure you remember, their libraries hold all our laws and records. They should be the final arbiters of this debate. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrowmont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
It's the same fucking thing.
I'm sure I don't have to tell you the importance of family. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it? Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at Tapster's in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Kinda wanna go over there and just beat them all up now.
Who's having the new? Not.
Sand Center? It's not Sand Center that has the meals, they're just hosting the location. Sand Center only does breakfast.
Do you see
every day they do breakfast?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Welcome's a good faith
Jesus Christ. When you eat there every day?
No.
Almost? No? You
No.
like eggs and things like that?
No, I haven't been going there for a while.
He'll be mad.
You spoke to him even
He'll
after
be saying, "Where's Sean? I need to get my money."
Yeah.
So have you decided to earn my
That
lord's
son of a
trust,
bitch.
or will you throw your lot in with the
He
snake?
thinks he can take it out on his own. He needs to come here. He needs to be counted.
Not
You gotta
terrible.
count his ass.
Starts this afternoon. Do you see how things lie, Warden? Lord Harrowmont cannot trust you unproven, but he welcomes a good faith gesture. That you spoke to him even after our discussion is not reassuring. So have you decided to earn my lord's trust, or will you throw your lot in with the snakes? Do not tear.
A new offensive is required against the Dark Lord.
What do you want? Are you one of those tiresome noble hunters? Neither my sons nor I are interested. Ah, such a noble profession. Cleaning up whatever dark-spawn stragglers make it to the surface. You must be very proud. Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it. I cannot. Not for weeks. He is leading a Deep Roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient tide. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt. He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned.
Dude,
I'll give you a pass as well.
You guys-
Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines.
But man, he's on his laptop, huh? Cool, handheld, piece of shit.
Tablet?
Yeah, he's up there that sucks my power away.
So Balin's victory means enough for you to risk your life. How interesting.
Yeah, music going on there or something?
Yeah.
You have to stream music. You know, I don't have access to anything. You got something going, you're playing
Single
a
player.
wacky piece of shit game.
Single player.
Fucking hobo player. So what is single player? What does that mean?
It means he doesn't use internet.
Stream? No?
Yeah, no internet. That's the best part. I can play this at the park.
2 years tomorrow.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah, Rancho Park.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go stream if I couldn't do it here.
Did something though, because now I have access.
I don't know, it wasn't me. I gotta save the world. One hobo drama at a time.
One hobo at a time. That's right. I'm saving the world one hobo at a time. That's what I'm doing, dude. I'm saving the world.
That's right.
Can I do something?
Hi,
Hi.
are you Gary?
Yeah, yes. Hi.
Oh, you don't look the same.
Can't imagine.
I noticed you. Go ahead.
Great. I want to come in and get my taxes done.
Protection.
Well,
It's not
where?
easy to be sure
My
that nothing bad
Okay, tomorrow.
decides
Yeah.
to just
Okay. Let's make it in the afternoon. Is that possible? About 3-ish?
3 months, sure.
Is that okay?
People are scared.
Okay, Tommy Droskin.
Money. Jarvie is
Not mine.
with your promises over.
That's true, I remember, right?
Side and see
Do you remember?
My social security?
No, your phone number or something.
Oh, okay, 818-730-3371. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
All right, wonderful. See you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Jen.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something. Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours? Get out of here. This is private business.
Sam, baby!
Don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like. Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carter's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen. And what the sod do you know about? Hey, you're the Duster, the one who acts Barat. Jarvia's been looking for you, and I bet she'd rather deal with you herself. Enjoy your last night alive, Duster. This is all I have. You get out of here. This is private business. Please, don't get involved. Then allow. Look. So if you want the Carter's guarantee of safety, then I can't be responsible for what happens to you.
As you say.
That's right. Come out quickly.
I have heard much about the halls of the Dwarven Kings, but the stories do it no justice. It is so strange, harsh, yet beautiful. And have you seen those tiny pig-like burrowing animals? They are adorable. I wish I could have one as a pet. But they must be hard to catch and... Oh, just ignore me. I'm so silly sometimes. Let's just go.
What have you done? Great ancestors, he's dead! In my store. I have to get out of here. I have to hide. Jarvia will hunt me down for this. For painting my name on the largest target in Orzammar? Sodding stone. Why do you think we paid Jarvia's extortion? You've ruined me. If I die, it's your fault. I have to run.
You're back? But it takes 2 weeks and 4 days minimum to make the journey to the Circle Tower.
I don't even know that. That's quite impressive.
Thank you, great lady. But am I right in guessing you haven't left Orzammar yet? Well, I've waited 19 years. Another month won't kill me.
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? I can move aside. I don't have much to bring them. My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith Caste. I pray here every day for my son, Rak. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept a soul. It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself.
I do it all the time.
Warden, so you could do it. Only wardens face the Deep Roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Vilda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Is that drunken singing I hear?
A brand in the Commons. And outfitted like a topsider, no less. Good. Let people see Castless have a purpose. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for. Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not. Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade. Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change. Orzammar will decide what we can or can't be. Blight may be imminent on the surface, but our warriors are well seasoned against dark spawn. There will be topsiders left for trade. When to. I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Maker's blessing, brother. Ah, it's a great pleasure to meet a fellow believer. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. The Shaperid controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting. Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please, let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Between this side of town and the others is striking.
There's
time for more!
We'll get plenty. There's a rippy one. We'll get plenty for their command. Cut them out of it.
Where do I go?
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform. Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity, especially for someone with a few connections above ground. Human kings, you know, they make these ridiculous laws. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of his stones way. Investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee. You haggle like a merchant born. Deal. Here's the lyrium, then. You, probably don't want to take it out of the box. I'll be waiting for the next order somewhere out of sight. Say, just around the corner.
Oh, Sean, shake somebody in. One more caliente.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell. Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. Why don't you take a look?
Clean already.
Yes.
Noche, my brother.
Well. The bread wouldn't come home. What do you think you'll find down here? Open arms? Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn me, this person in?
Fucking hobos, man. I'm telling you, you guys are hard on everything.
Already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
That'll do that. That's almost ready. Look at Johnson.
are so fancy. Did you get them topside? My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky. Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. He used to say he didn't fall up, eh? Nugs? Yes. They don't got much meat on them, but down here you can't be picky. Better than nothing. What for? You going to cook them up yourself? Yeah, I can find a nug for you. Could even get one from outside the city. Those ones in the deeps don't eat as much garbage. I don't know what they eat. They always seem healthy, shiny coats, bright eyes. How much you giving me?
We'll take a break now, just so I'll be out there a little bit before.
Don't know. Depends on how big a one I catch. Give me some time. I'll hunt him down for you.
Oh yeah. I was just about to come get you.
Yeah? I'm in there. But a beast internal clock. You called me stupid one time when you said it was 45, and I said it was 45, but whatever. You probably just looked, you were cheating.
Yeah, I did just look. I did cheat. Like right before I started walking over, I looked down. I gotta save the dwarves. The dwarves are hobos.
True.
In the game. All the other dwarven hobos, the races against the poor hobos. Hella racist.
Everyone's against them or what?
Yeah, they call them the casteless. It means they have no families. They shouldn't have been born. Yeah. And I was one of them. You to choose whether you be one or not. I chose it.
And you're still doing beast?
Yeah. And you don't know, but like in the game, the bad guy tries to trick you by being the good guy. And if you weren't the castless, you don't know it. Because the other guy's trying to protect you. But the main guy's trying to make you kill him because he's trying to protect him. It's Inception. Trickery. The best way to kill your enemy is to have someone else do it.
That's true.
And then you lie and you slander them until someone does it.
Pretty much. Not too far ahead. I don't think we need to go to the wind spot because it's maybe. Gosh,
Yeah. That shit pisses me off though. The next door shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't even like.
I've seen openly in the newspaper.
I've looked at some of those motherfuckers driving in there in the eye and like, I don't know, they gave me like a weird look sometimes.
Because they're bad people. Like the ones I talk about.
There's some people that are just like overly like paranoid, and there's some people that know they're bad and are looking for people to see, looking to see if people are.
Yeah, they're looking for people to look at. They're looking for lookers.
We'll be right out. See if you can.
You see what we gotta do, Scary? Yep. The hard job, the hobo job. The hobo job? Yeah. See, she like, I don't think she was 57 years old. I don't know.
That's the worst ones. Traffic. The ones that make it to age, those are the most dangerous, coolest people out there.
Well, she was the one who was working there.
Yeah.
She's the one who was trafficked.
She was whipping them.
There's nobody else over there. There's like 2 girls working there. That's it.
Word.
She was half of them.
Like if they feel like someone's onto them, they just dip them out.
Maybe. Maybe, my friend. Yep, I know, man. It's tough. Pretty tough. I guess you'll secure the CDL tax office. Will help you. Okay. Okay, if you have a large enough refund, you can use that refund. It'll run. The loan takes about 48 hours as it goes into your checking account. So you have to have a checking account, and you have to have a large enough refund to handle it. Yeah, I don't think that's enough for the loan. How much money did you want to loan? $250 or something like that? I mean, no. I mean, you're having a refund in 10 days anyway, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, it would cost you too much money. You know? Alright. I'll check you later, too. Shit. What? Dude, you guys have to get off on your shit. Get off your shit. Some shit. Can't wait.
Yeah.
You don't know.
4 to 5.
Oh, really? 4? Why didn't you come get me at 4?
I did.
You didn't. You were about to come get me. It was on the inside, independently. That's from being a dwarf program.
I can't do dialogue.
Wait, what did they call me? What did they call me?
Castles?
Castles, yeah. They don't have a class or fighting.
Yeah.
Now,
I got 4 options. Here's some cash. Why doesn't your son's father help you? Good job. And the last one is your face is enlarged. Which caste are you?
no.
Oh.
I am nothing. My family has disowned me. I'm no longer welcome in any mining
She says she's not welcome anymore. She's got no home.
No.
It's Castles.
Yeah.
Think of it.
Oh man, you gotta give her that block.
Yeah.
Gives you good game karma. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna ask if there's some way I can help.
I wish there were. My name
Dude,
is
they
Berlin.
call these other
I
schools.
wasn't always
Sure.
like this. I was born to a mining caste family. We weren't wealthy, but I never
Dragon
went
Age is
hungry
probably the
before.
part.
Now it's all gone. And it's my own fault. Ancestors
Tell me that.
cursed me, but there's nothing I can do to set it right.
Elder Scrolls was copied by these mofos.
Nah, it's a form of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
An RPG.
Well, I guess.
A dungeon is a dungeon.
It's more, I think it's harder than the Elder Scrolls, though, don't you?
And it depends what difficulty you're on. You could just start at 100%
But you can get
difficulty.
murked on Oblivion too, like one hit. Control if it comes out.
Yeah, you tons of.
Yeah, unless you fucking freeze that shit.
You gotta live in the city and shit in the beginning. Level up from there.
Yeah. Or else you get weak.
Yeah. It's like real life.
Even like bandits, if they hit you with sneak attack, then you get fucking weak.
Yeah.
Like you just get knocked down, and they just go up and hit you until you hit. I fucking hated that. Like a strong entity would come up and hit me, and knock
I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped me cast and refused to accept me back. Unless I read the child in the deep roads and pretend I never grew.
I really like the Oblivion though, because once you get a certain sword skill, you do a special move.
You would do that?
That's hitting sword skill.
You mean backwards?
Oh yeah, that's true. And then I always used to make my character do that shit. I was an acrobat to the fullest. Like that's what I always trained. Acrobat, conjurer, and
my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapsters in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you.
Like,
I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
Yeah, that shit was savage in like 80 because the fucking beastest monster ever. He just cuts people out.
And you become Bruce Lee.
And if you get good, like, what are they called? Groms?
Groms?
Huh?
Groms?
No, Groms, like, the type of fucking handwear. Gauntlets?
Yeah, you can put on gloves.
Yes.
I've heard them called, like, combos.
Wombo combos.
Look at that. It's not often old man sees a fine dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Poor cripple.
I might go to dinner.
So before 5 maybe?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be a drunken nub. You're Luca's little brother. You used to work for Barat before you jaunted off to be a Grey Warden. What in the dust are you doing here?
Imagine I get just like tell people to come in. My home!
Oh, sure. We'll see him around. Not like when you two were cracking skulls together, though. You had the whole neighborhood terrified. I did some soldiering for Barat.
Yeah, I'm not saving any of that shit anymore, so just throw it in the trash. It's a waste of time. Oh, and seen it last night. I just chucked it all away. So. You guys, if you don't want, I just go away.
And look what happened to you. Mother's name.
Thanks for the help.
You look like you've done well. You sure you can't spare a little more? There, but for the grace of the ancestors, you know.
I'll give you 5.
I'll think of you when I go to bed with a full stomach.
Yeah.